Welcome students, welcome to this lecture. So this is the fourth lecture under non-traditional machining process. So this lecture we are going to see about the electrical discharge machining part 3. So let's see what are the contents of this lecture. First thing we are going to see about the process parameters in EDM. The second things we are going to see about output characteristics of EDM. Let's see what are the EDM process parameter, or what are the process parameters which involved in the metal removal rate. So the main process parameters or controlling parameters in EDM, that is electrical discharge machining, are first one supply voltage, second one breakdown voltage, third one resistance and capacitance, fourth one spark gap settings, fifth one pulse duration, and the sixth one spark frequency. And these are the six process parameters are the control parameters in the electrical discharge machining, which are the main reason for the metal removal rate. Let's see one by one. First one is the supply voltage. So it is a voltage which is provided by the power supply system, and it ranges between 50 volts to 400 volts DC supply, and this is the main supply which is given to the EDM from the power supply system, and it ranges from 50 volts to 400 volts DC supply. The thing is, without the power supply nothing will happen, so the power supply is the first process parameter. Second one is the breakdown voltage. So it is the voltage at which the dielectric breakdown, okay, so which increases in breakdown voltage results in increase of spark energy. Consequently, the metal removal rate increases, which results in poor surface finish. So this breakdown voltage is connected with the capacitance. So when the capacitance charge is getting increased, so it will increase the breakdown voltage. So once the breakdown voltage is increased and it attains a certain level, the breakdown voltage it attains a certain maximum level, the dielectric will act as a conductor. Till that dielectric will act as a insulator. Once the tool has reached the breakdown voltage, then the dielectric will act as a conductor, so that it will conduct the electric current flow from the tool to the workpiece. So if you are having the high breakdown voltage, or if you increase the breakdown voltage, means you will get a more spark energy, so that higher removal rate will happen. If having a higher removal rate happen, means that will result in a poor surface finish. So we need to maintain a balanced level, so that we will get the lower metal removal rate also, and finally we will get the smooth surface finish. Then comes the resistance and capacitance. We know this RC circuit is one of the main circuit in this EDM machine. Okay, so this resistance and capacitance plays a vital role in this EDM machine. Increase in capacitance will result in increase of metal removal rate. In the same time, if you decrease in resistance, that will result in increase of metal removal rate. So that in order to increase the metal removal rate, the capacitance has to increase and the resistance has to decrease. And if we if you over increase the level, it will end in a result of higher metal removal rate. So if you are having a higher metal removal rate, means then you will get a poor surface finish. So we need to maintain a proper balanced maintained capacitance level and the resistance level. Let's see the spark gap setting. The spark gap is the gap between the tool and the workpiece. Okay, if you decrease the spark gap, which results in lower metal removal rate. If you decrease the spark gap means if you bring closer to the tool and workpiece closer means the metal, we will get a lower metal removal rate. And if you increase the spark gap means we'll get a higher metal removal rate. But in lower metal removal rate, we'll get a better surface finish and high accuracy. But in higher metal removal rate, it removes the more metals from the surface, so that you will not get the poor surface finish, and that accuracy is not also low, and accuracy is not that much high, but accuracy also will be poor. So we need to maintain the optimum spark gap, so that to produce the better surface finish and with high accuracy. Next thing is the pulse duration. What is pulse duration? So pulse duration is the time duration between two consecutive sparks. It is the time duration between consecutive sparks during which there is no current supply to the electrodes and deionization of dielectric take place. Okay, so that is the time duration. How much? That is the time duration between the consecutive sparks. It means that time duration where there is no current is supplied, and where the to the electrodes, and the deionization of dielectric also takes place. If the current is supplied means the capacitance get charged and the breakdown voltage will get increased, and suddenly it will produce a spark. That time the dielectric will get ionized and it will act as a conductance. But when the current is cut, so that spark will cut, and if the next spark comes, so the first spark and the next spark, in between some gap is produced, the small gap, that gap is the pulse duration. So where during that pulse duration, where there is no current supply to the electrodes and the deionization of dielectric takes place. Okay, it means deionization means the dielectric now behaves as a insulator. So the pulse duration, normal or average pulse durations ranges from 2 to 2000 pulse per second. So decrease in pulse duration will result in high tool wear. Okay, if you decrease the pulse duration, if decrease the pulse duration means increasing the spark time. Decrease the pulse duration means increasing the spark time. If increase the spark time means you having the high tool wear or high tool wear and high metal removal. Okay, so that in order to will get a better and better surface finish and lower metal removal rate, we need to increase the pulse duration. Increase the pulse duration means you have to reduce the spark timing. Okay, so increase in pulse duration results in lower metal removal rate, which results in better surface finish and high accuracy. Okay, so if you decrease in pulse duration means we'll get a high duration of spark, the spark time is high, so that the tool leave the workpiece, but the tool will have a higher wear. So high tool wear will occur in low pulse duration. Next, last comes the spark frequency. So spark frequency, it is the frequency, spark frequency means it is a number of cycles produced across the gap in 1 second. Okay, in a 1 second, how many number of cycles means how many number of spark produced. So it is average about 1000 sparks per second. The increase in spark frequency results in improved surface finish. If you increase the spark frequency, it will give the improved surface finish. Increased spark frequency and the pulse duration both are same. Increase the pulse duration will get the good metal removal rate, that means lower metal removal rate with this good surface finish. Same time increase the spark frequency means in a per second you have to increase the cycle, so that we'll get a better surface finish. Now let's see the effect of various process parameters on metal removal rate. Let us consider the resistance and the metal removal rate. Okay, if the resistance is low, we'll have a higher metal rate. If the resistance is increased, the metal removal rate is reduced. So higher the resistance, lower the resistance, high metal removal rate, and higher the resistance, low metal removal rate. Now let us compare the capacitance with the metal removal rate. Lower the capacitance, having the low metal removal rate, and the same time higher the capacitance, you will get high metal removal rate. Okay, if the capacitance level is increased, the metal removal rate also will increase. Now consider the current versus metal removal rate. For example, if you increase the current, the metal removal rate will increase, and if you are decreasing the current, the metal removal rate is increasing. So the metal removal rate with the current is directly proportional. If increasing the current, the metal removal rate is increasing, and if you are decreasing the current, the metal removal rate is also decreasing. Now consider the spark gap and the metal removal rate. So if you are increasing the spark gap, still if you are increasing the spark gap, the metal removal rate also increase up to one level only. After that, if you are increasing after some level, the metal removal rate is decreasing. So that we need to find the optimum level of the spark gap. Till that only we will have a good higher metal removal rate. After that, the metal removal rate is decreasing. So no use at all. So we have to find the optimum spark gap between the tool and the workpiece, so that it has to give the higher metal removal rate, or you need to configure that to get the lower metal removal rate. Now it comes to the output characteristics of EDM. What are the output characteristics of EDM? So the process characteristics or output characteristics which are affected by controlling parameters. That means what are the characteristics that which affects the controlling parameter or processing parameter are. First one is the metal removal rate. Second one is the tool wear. Third one is the surface finish. Fourth one is the accuracy. These four is the output characteristics. Whenever we are going for the process parameters, these four things we need to focus. Okay, whenever we are going for the process parameters, by going through these output characteristics of EDM, then only we have to fix those process parameters. First, metal removal rate. So what is metal removal rate? It is the volume of metal removed from the workpiece per unit time. How much volume of metal is removed from the workpiece per unit time, means per given time. So the metal removal rate depends upon the current density. Based upon the current density, the metal removal rate is depending. So it increases with increases in the current. If the current is increasing means the metal removal rate will also increase. So the metal removal rate in EDM is 5 to 80 millimeter per second, which is very low as compared to conventional machining rate. Okay, so which is very low. But what is the advantage of this is, if you are having this much low metal removal rate, means we'll get a higher accuracy and the better and the super surface finish. Okay, this is low only when compared to the conventional machining rate, but we will get the higher accuracy and the smooth and the better surface finish. Next comes the tool wear. As sparking takes place, tool wear is unavoidable because tool is also getting wear. Okay, since tool is providing the sparks, so that the electricity is supplying from the tool, the spark is producing, so that tool will also get weared as machining happen. So increase in pulse duration decreases tools wear. Okay, if you increase the pulse duration or if you increase the spark frequency, we can reduce the tool wear. So it depends upon metal removal rate, current and the spark gap. This tool rate basically depends upon the metal removal rate, current and the spark gap. Third thing is the surface finish. Surface finish depends on the metal removal rate. Okay, surface finish, it is the how the surface of the workpiece we are finishing. That surface finish, it highly depends on the metal removal rate. High metal removal rate produces poor surface finish. If you're having the high metal removal rate, means we'll get a poor surface finish. That's why we can compare in conventional machine like lathe and milling machine. If you manually operate the system, we can see that there we can produce the high metal removal rate. But if you notice the surface finish, we'll get the poor surface finish. But in all these CNC or automatic machines, all this and advanced manufacturing machines, will get the good surface finish, because in there we are having a controlled and the lower metal removal rate. For rough cuts, heavy current is used, and for finish cuts, less current is used. Rough cuts means for a major or the bulk removal means we have to give a heavy current. And for the smooth and the good surface finish or the final finishing cuts, we have to give the less current. If you give the heavy current, means more the metal will get removed. So if you giving the less current, means the the metal removal rate will be low, so that we'll get the high finish or good surface finish output. So increase in spark frequency results in improved surface finish. Yes, for to get the good surface finish, we have to increase the spark frequency or to increase the pulse rate. Next comes the accuracy. The tolerance value of 0.05 plus 0.05 could be easily achieved in EDM. So this is high level of tolerance. This we can't achieve in the manual or conventional machining, but this value can be achieved in EDM by close control of several variables. A tolerance of plus or minus 0.003 mm can be obtained. If you close, means if you properly or accurately control all these variables, will get this tolerance. And overcut of minimum of 100 micron is produced. The overcut increases with high current. Overcut means excessive machining or excessive cut. So this excessive cut of the excessive cut of minimum of 100 micron is produced. How this excessive cut produced? This excessive cut happens by it increases with high current. If you give high current, higher metal removal rate will happen, so that we will produce a overcut. Now let's see the summary of this lecture. So here we saw about the process parameters in EDM. So in process parameters, these are 6 process parameters we saw: supply voltage, breakdown voltage, resistance and capacitance, spark gap setting, pulse duration, spark frequency. And these 6 process parameters has to focus the 4 output characteristics of EDM. What are the 4 output characteristics? Metal removal rate, tool wear, surface finish and accuracy. Okay, based on these 4 output characteristics of EDM, we have to fix the process parameters. Okay, in keeping in mind of these 4 characteristics, we have to bring out the optimum value of these 6 process parameters in EDM. This is a reference which I used for this lecture. Thank you students, thank you for watching this session. We'll see in the next lecture.